Dwight Howard's career in the NBA is a tale of immense talent and missed opportunities, filled with moments of brilliance and baffling decisions. Once the undisputed best center in the league, Howard's trajectory was marked by both domination and self-sabotage. A player who could have gone down as one of the all-time greats instead became a figure of mystery, fading from the spotlight much too soon. So, what happened to Dwight Howard? The rise of Dwight Howard. In 2004, Dwight Howard was selected as the first overall pick in the NBA draft by the Orlando Magic, bypassing players like Emeka Okafor, who had just led the University of Connecticut to a national championship. At the time, there were doubts about Howard, as he was coming straight out of high school. Many felt Okafor was the safer pick, given that Howard was still a raw talent with many holes in his game. But the Magic took a chance, and it immediately paid off. Howard quickly proved his worth, becoming the youngest player in NBA history to average a double-double in his rookie season. While Okafor won the Rookie of the Year award, Howard's potential was undeniable. By his second season, Howard had developed into a dominant force, improving his numbers significantly. By year 4, he was a bona fide superstar, averaging 21 points, 14 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks, while shooting an impressive 60% from the field. The best center in the league. By 2008, Dwight Howard had ascended to the top of the center rankings in the NBA. With aging stars like Shaquille O'Neal and Yao Ming on the decline, Howard was the clear heir to the title of best center. Despite his lack of a polished postgame and a notoriously bad free throw shooting record, his athleticism and ability to dominate defensively made him nearly unstoppable. His centerpiece role on the Orlando Magic helped them reach the NBA Finals in 2009, where they faced off against Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. Howard led the Magic to an upset victory over LeBron James's Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals, where he dominated on both ends of the court. In Game 6 of that series, Howard posted 40 points and 14 rebounds in a statement win. While the Magic ultimately lost the finals to the Lakers, it was clear that Dwight Howard had arrived as one of the best players in the league. The fall from grace. After 2011, however, things began to unravel for Dwight Howard. He had won 3 consecutive Defensive Player of the Year awards, been selected to 4 consecutive All-NBA first teams, and had even been considered by some to be the MVP in 2011. But something started to change. Howard, known for his playful, sometimes goofy personality, began to alienate his teammates and fans. His infamous falling out with Magic head coach Stan Van Gundy marked the beginning of a long decline. Dwight's childish antics and inability to mature into a true leader wore thin on those around him. After his tension-filled tenure in Orlando, Howard was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers in one of the most complicated trades in NBA history. The Lakers, who had just signed Steve Nash and still had Kobe Bryant, hoped to build a new super team with Howard as the centerpiece, but it was quickly clear that the fit wasn't right. A failed super team and a disastrous relationship with Kobe the Lakers, instead of competing for championships, spiraled into chaos. Howard struggled to coexist with Kobe Bryant, whose relentless work ethic clashed with Howard's more relaxed attitude. Kobe publicly criticized Dwight for being too soft, a harsh reality that Dwight would never quite live down. The Lakers' super team dreams crumbled, and they barely made the playoffs, only to be swept in the first round. In 2013, Howard moved on to the Houston Rockets, hoping to rekindle his career alongside rising star James Harden. However, the same issues followed him. Despite being in his prime and playing in an era suited to his skill set, Spread offenses and pick and roll systems, Howard couldn't find a lasting fit. His personality and lack of growth continued to cause friction in Houston, and after just one season, he moved on again. A perpetual nomad. What followed was a bizarre chapter in Howard's career as he bounced around the league from Atlanta to Charlotte to Washington. Each stop was marked by a steady decline in both his performance and his public perception. Once a dominant force, Dwight Howard became a journeyman, playing limited minutes and struggling to find a team that truly embraced his talents. Fans went from loving Howard to turning on him, and eventually, they simply stopped caring. His peak had passed, and his decline was both rapid and disheartening. A return to relevance in 2020. In 2020, Dwight Howard's career took an unexpected turn. After years of bouncing around the league, he returned to the Los Angeles Lakers, now with LeBron James as his teammate. This time, Howard accepted a reduced role, understanding that he was